Hey, welcome back to Shooting It Straight, and boy am I about to slap the hornet's nest here. Yep, I'm definitely going to upset the tactical crowd and the high-speed, follow-the-popular trends instructors that teach competitive shooting methods to defensive shooters. Anyway, a good friend of mine who is a long-time firearms instructor suggested I do a quick vid on this topic, so here we go. Now, by far, one of the most popular trends these days in the gun community is the practice of bolting an optic on a handgun. Right? People are literally obsessed with this practice. They won't even buy a gun unless it's got a mounting cut right here for it. You know? Most instructors insist that you'll never survive in this day and time. They use that, never survive in this day and time without an optic on your pistol. In this day and time? Why? The factory steel sight suddenly stopped working or something? Steel sights last forever. Your red dot can fail at any moment, and perhaps in the moment that you need it the most. Are you willing to be totally dependent on that device? That's a huge gamble. Listen, I think red dots and other optics are fine on a pistol, if that pistol is to be used only on the range. From a defensive or a concealed carrier standpoint, any optic or red dot on an EDC is completely worthless. They are useless. Listen, the overwhelmingly vast majority of private citizen self-defense shootings happen very suddenly and at very close distances, sometimes even as the attacker is walking or running up to you. Under those circumstances, there's no way you will have the time to draw, look through a small window or a screen to find your red dot, then put that red dot on your attacker and fire. You won't even think about doing those things during that chaotic, terrifying, and rapid incident. Now, you can ask anybody who has actually been personally involved in a deadly use of force incident, and they'll tell you the same thing. Most defensive shooters will use the threat-focused sighting method in that incident. Remember, I've got a video that speaks about threat-focused versus front sight-focused. Well, when shit hits the fan and somebody's coming at you with a knife to kill you, 99% of people are going to be threat-focused, not front sight-focused. Alright? And that means your eyes will be focused on the threat, not your sights. Focusing on the threat under those conditions is a natural survival response. It's instinctual. So it's highly unlikely you'll be able to focus. You'll be able to take your focus off of the threat and put it on that small screen to try to find a red dot on there. Alright, the best thing you can hope for in that situation is to use the flash sight picture technique and hope you can use the dot in that position. Secondly, let's look at equipment failure. Generally, most red dot optics or optics like the red dot, most of those systems have substantial battery life, and they seem to be, well built. But that charge does run out eventually. Let's hope you check it before you leave the house. A very real concern also comes from water or debris getting onto the screen. A large drop of water during a storm, a large flake of snow, some mud, some blood, or any number of things can hit that screen and block it, or at least limit your vision. Then what are you going to do? None of these things happen with steel sights, and you don't need a special or custom holster for it either. Plus, I'm saving hundreds of dollars that I would rather spend on practice ammo. You know, I just, you know, I don't know. I think it's mind-blowing how legendary modern gunfighters like Jim Cirillo, Lieutenant Bob Stash, Bill Allard, and several others just like those guys were all able to win countless gunfights. Each one of them had countless gunfights and won them all without the use of any optics on their handgun whatsoever. But for some reason, we need the optics today. We've got to have them. No, you just need to go out and learn how to actually shoot, and to do it without using a crutch, because that's what they are, is a crutch. And that's my thoughts on it, like it or not. But thanks for watching. I'm Antonius, and I warned you I'd be shooting it straight. Ciao.